everybody, it's Dana, Miss Dana from Brookside Library, part of Tulsa City County Library. And I'm here today to do a story time for you guys. It's a Build-A-Reader story time. So we're going to start with our 5 early literacy skills. You guys can sing along with me if you want. Read, write, talk, sing, play. 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 Great. Okay, we are going to start out today with some lap songs. So these would be most likely used with infants and toddlers. But as long as you can support the weight of whoever's on your lap, it could be anybody. All right, this little cat is going to be my pretend toddler or infant. And the first song that we're going to do is called Little Red Wagon. You ready? Okay. Bouncing up and down in my little red wagon, bouncing up and down in my little red wagon, bouncing up and down in my little red wagon. Won't you be my darling? One wheel off and the axle's dragging, one wheel off and the axle's dragging, one wheel off and the axle's dragging. Won't you be my darling? Hammer that wheel back on the wagon, hammer that wheel back on the wagon, hammer that wheel back on the wagon. Won't you be my darling? Good job, everybody, for those of you who tried it at home. Okay, now we're going to move into my very first book selection for the day, and it's called Our Car. Sorry about the mowing sound in the back. I've been waiting for my neighbor to stop mowing, but I don't know if it's ever going to happen. So here's how it goes. Our car is as red as a fire engine. Wow, car, red car. My dad's legs are so long, he gets into the car without even opening the doors. Wow, legs, long legs. The wind tickles us as we ride. Hold on to your hat, Dad. That's what the wind does when they drive fast. When it starts to rain, we put up the roof. The roof, it's like an umbrella while they're driving. How useful. Can you see the rain? There's lots of rain falling from the sky. In the winter, when we have lots of snow, Dad puts on special tires. Wonder if they're called snow tires. And that is a jack. So they've put a jack under the car to make it go up, 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 so that they can roll a new tire right there. Then they'll take the jack out and the car will go back down to normal. In the summer, we take our trailer with us. So here's the car. This must be the trailer. Wow, in the summer they hook the trailer to the car and pull it behind them. And they even bring a kite with them. When the gas runs out, we have to push the car. The gas? What's the gas? Must be something that makes the car go, because when they run out of the gas, they have to push the car. Sometimes the engine screeches like a wild animal. Have you ever heard that in a car? Sometimes if you start the engine and it's already running and you don't realize it, it goes like this. Not exactly like that. Screech! And the kid and the dad are holding their hands over their ears. Ouch, that sounded awful. Then the mechanic has to take a look. Excuse me, but could you please take a look? We'll open the lid on the car. If you wouldn't mind, please look at the engine and use your tools. And you might even need a flashlight because it looks very dark in there. But see if you can fix the car. But while the car's being fixed, well, we'll take a bus. Honk, honk, vroom, vroom, vroom. And do you see where the dad and the kid are? They're riding right next to the driver in the first window. We wash the car when it gets dirty. Wash it, wash it, wash it. Get all the dirt off. Oh, this looks different. At night, its headlights show us the way. Wow. Nighttime, dark. Good thing they have headlights. Today, I get to drive. No way! Wow! Mama says, just don't park on the rug. Oh, I've done that before. Do you ever play driving a car? It's very fun. All you really need is a steering wheel. But if you have boxes and furniture to move around, that makes it even better. Okay, now we're going to try another lap song. So if you've got someone small enough to sit on your lap, let's try it. This one is called The Noble Duke of York, and it goes like this. You can't see my knees, but if you could, my knees would be bouncing up and down. So here's how it goes. The noble Duke of York, he had 10,000 men. He marched them up to the top of the hill, and then he marched them down again. And when you're up, you're up. And when you're down, you're down. And when you're only halfway up, you're neither up nor down. Did you like that? You're going to think about it. Okay. All right, we're going to try another story. This one is called Maisie. Maisie gets a pet. By Lucy Cousins. Maisie is visiting her friend Penguin today. Penguin's cat had 4 kittens. There's Penguin's cat, and let's count the kittens. 1, meow. 2, meow. 3, meow. 4, meow. The kittens are very small, explains Penguin, so we need to be very gentle with them. Okay. Maisie loves watching them as they jump and play. The little black kitten climbs onto Maisie's lap, and when Maisie strokes her, she gives a great big purr. Would you like to take a kitten home? Penguin asks. Me? Thinks Maisie. Well, which kitten should Maisie pick? This one, or this one, or this one, or this one? The bouncy orange kitten is very playful. The gray striped kitten is so brave. The fluffy spotted kitten is very soft. But the little black kitten is Maisie's favorite. Penguin gives Maisie a special carrier for the kitten. They put in newspaper, a blanket, and some toys for the journey. I'm going to call her Little Black Cat, says Maisie. Oh, that's a good name. At first, Little Black Cat is scared of being somewhere new without her mommy. Meow! Maisie waits very quietly, and then slowly the kitten comes out to see her new home. Come on, kitty, 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 kitty. Come on, kitty, 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 kitty. Wow, looking after a pet is lots of work. It involves feeding, watering. Maisie feeds Little Black Cat and gives her fresh water every day. Ooh, she cleans up the litter box for Little Black Cat. Meow, thank you. And she gets a scratching post for the kitten's claws. Meow, thank you. She appreciates all the things that Maisie does for her. Little Black Cat is growing very fast, so she needs lots of sleep. She naps in some very funny places. Where is she now? Can you see where Little Black Cat is napping? Is it here? No. Is it here? No. I found her. Right on top of the laundry. Maisie plays many games with Little Black Cat. They love to chase things and explore new places together. It's good exercise for Little Black Cat. And for Maisie, too. Yay! This is fun. Soon it's time for Little Black Cat to visit Dr. Furgood, the vet. They weigh her and they give her special medicine to keep her healthy. What a lovely, friendly cat, Dr. Furgood says. Thank you. Meow. Maisie's friends come for a visit. They're very excited to meet Maisie's new pet. It's great! We love your new cat. Meow, meow. I brought my dog. Neat. After a long day playing, it's time to go to bed. Maisie gives Little Black Cat a big kiss and a cuddle goodnight, and then settles her down in a cozy basket to sleep. Now go night-night. Sweet dreams, Maisie. Sweet dreams, Little Black Cat. Oh, look who got on the bed. That does look like a comfortable spot right next to Maisie. Good job, Little Black Cat. That was fun. Okay, now let's do a little song called Put Your Finger On. Some of you may know this one and some of you may not. But you go like this. Put your finger on, put your finger on, put your finger on your head. Put your finger on, put your finger on, put your finger on your head. Turn around, clap, clap. Turn around, clap, clap. Turn around, clap, clap. Turn around, clap, clap. Put your finger on, put your finger on, put your finger on your nose. Put your finger on, put your finger on, put your finger on your nose. Turn around, clap, clap. Turn around, clap, clap. Turn around, clap, clap. Turn around, clap, clap. Put your finger on, put your finger on, put your finger on your tummy. Put your finger on, put your finger on, put your finger on your tummy. Turn around, clap, clap. Turn around, clap, clap. Turn around, clap, clap. Turn around, clap, clap. Yay! I hope you guys did that with me. That was fun. Okay, this one I really hope you like. I think it's pretty exciting. Oh, and this reminds me. Our early literacy tip for today is about asking open-ended questions to encourage reading comprehension. So at a very young age, you may be surprised at some of the answers you get from your open-ended questions, but it's all part of the practice of getting used to thinking about what you've just read and mind trying to decide if you have understood what the story was about, or if you have your own thoughts about what something you read is about. Okay, here we go. Freddie, the Frogcaster, and the Flash Flood. Freddie, the Frogcaster, was busy preparing his weather report at Frog News Network. Freddie's fellow Frogcasters, Sally Croaker and Polly Woggins, had given him more and more responsibility, and now he was officially a weekend weather reporter. Freddie just loved thinking, talking, and learning about all kinds of weather, and the whole town of Lilypad trusted and listened to Freddie's frog casting. Freddie hopped outside to take a break and check out some weather clues. Would it be another day without rain? Lilypad was having a drought, and it was starting to affect their neighborhood. Ah! The plants and grass were brown and wilted. Looking out, Freddie noticed some dark clouds in the distance. What could that mean? He ran back inside to look at his weather tools and his charts. A storm to the west of Lilypad could bring some much needed rain. He looked at the winds. He looked at the temperature. And the position of the jet stream on his maps. Yes, indeed, there was a storm on the way. Now it was time to do his report. Freddie cleared his throat. He stood up straight, and he looked directly into the camera, and he announced, "Hello, everyone. I'm Freddie the Frogcaster. A storm is coming, possibly bringing lots of rain. And because the ground is so dry, it's going to be hard for the ground to soak up all the water. A flash flood watch is up for our area, and it doesn't take much water to knock a frog off its feet or to carry a frog car downstream. Now's the time to get prepared." Back home, Freddie took another look at his weather maps and charts. The radar showed the storm right on track to be near Lilypad tomorrow afternoon. Oh boy, I'm glad I told everybody to get prepared. The next day, the clouds began to roll in and a few raindrops fell, but that was it. Freddie looked at his weather app on his phone. Oh no! The rain had moved to the north of them. Freddie had got his report wrong. Oh man, no. "When's the rain coming?" Freddie's friends asked. It isn't coming," Freddie announced. "What do you mean the rain isn't coming? All our after-school sports were canceled. You said we might have a flood, or even a flash flood." Freddie's face started to get hot, and he felt a big lump in his throat. Oh, man. You know, weather frogcasting is not an exact science. Sometimes we get the frogcast wrong. But it's always good to be prepared, just in case. One of the kids cracked, "Your nickname should be False Alarm Freddie." Freddie turned his head and tried not to cry. Ouch, that hurt his feelings. That night, Freddie was so upset he couldn't eat his dinner. He told his parents about being teased at school. "Freddie, no, you did your best. You studied your charts and you made your report. Can you imagine if you hadn't warned them and Lilypad got flooded and no one was prepared?" "You did the right thing," said his dad. Freddie still felt terrible. All he could think of was, "False alarm, Freddie!" Just then he got a call from Sally and Polly. "Please don't fret, Freddie," Polly pleaded. "There's always a chance the weather doesn't happen the way we think it's going to." Sally agreed. "There have been many frogcasts that I have gotten wrong, but it's better to be prepared than caught in a bad storm without warning." Freddie felt a little better. He knew in his heart he couldn't give up his dreams of being a frogcaster. Don't give up, Freddie. Frog news alert, frog news alert, frog news alert. Freddie returned to work, but he was very nervous because he saw another storm coming and the rain totals looked even bigger. Gulp. Freddie began his weather update and hoped everyone would listen. "Remember, fellow frogs, if flooding happens, go to higher ground and don't try to walk across flowing streams or drive through flooded roadways. If water rises in your home before you evacuate, go to the top floor, the attic, or even the roof of your house. Listen to your NOAA weather radio for the latest storm information, and please be weather ready," pleaded Freddie. The next day, the rain came just like Freddie had predicted. He could see out his window that this was a dangerous situation. Freddie tried to make his way to the TV station, but the water was too high, and he didn't want to get stranded. He would take his own advice and stay indoors. That is what he was telling people. Trees fell, and floodwater gushed out over the streams and the riverbanks, causing cars to be swept away. Sally was out reporting near Freddie's house on all the water rescues happening around Lily Pad. Police and fire frogs were out trying to help those who were caught in the rushing water. This was a bad situation. What do you see floating in the water? Part of a tree? Stop sign. And the water is rising around this house. Flood reports kept coming in. Freddie knew that flash floods could cause more damage than hurricanes, tornadoes, windstorms, or even lightning. He watched Polly interview rescue workers that had just saved a mother and her babies from floodwaters. Thankfully, they were okay. "So tell us all about what happened." "Well, we had to save. There was a mother and her babies, and they were in the attic, and they were trying to get on the roof because of the floodwaters. Thank you so much for saving them." The next day, the rain finally ended and the waters started to go down. It turned out that this storm stalled over Lily Pad, and we received over a foot of rain in just 6 hours. "That's another record for Lily Pad," Sally reported. Glad the water's going down now. Later that day, the mayor announced it was safe for everyone to come out. He thanked all the police and fire frogs and helped with the rescues. "This was a big flood and it caused a lot of damage to our little town, but thankfully everyone is safe. And a special thanks to our favorite frogcasters, Sally, Polly, and Freddie, for getting this last frogcast right and warning us of the potential rain and flooding," the mayor said. Sally and Polly hugged Freddie. "Don't be scared to take chances. There will be times that we get our frogcasting wrong. Weather is unpredictable that way. We do our best. to warn everyone about the weather with the information that we have at the time. Just remember, you will always be weather ready, Freddie, to us. Oh, thanks, Polly, and thank you, Sally. Quack, quack, quack. Freddie loved it when Sally and Polly called him weather ready, Freddie. Just then, Freddie looked up and saw a dark cloud in the distance. He'd better get going. It looked like another storm was headed their way. Time for this frogcaster to do what he did best. He couldn't wait another moment, and he hopped to it. And then at the back of this book, there's interesting information about what a flood is. Flash flood facts. Different levels of warning. Flood watch, flood advisory, and flood warning. And how to be weather ready. And then a little bit of information about some of the worst floods in U.S. history. So if you're interested in weather or reporting or being weather ready, this is a great book. And I hope you enjoyed it. Okay, now we've got a little puppet song called 5 Little Monkeys. I happen to have puppets that I'm going to use to do this song, but if you don't have puppets, you can always just do it with your hands. And here we go. 5 little monkeys sitting in a tree, teasing with Mr. Alligator. You can't catch me. Along comes Mr. Alligator, quiet as can be, and snaps that monkey right out of the tree. 4 little monkeys sitting in a tree, teasing Mr. Alligator. You can't catch me. Along comes Mr. Alligator, quiet as can be, and snaps that monkey right out of the tree. 3 little monkeys sitting in a tree, teasing Mr. Alligator. You can't catch me. Along comes Mr. Alligator, quiet as can be, and snaps that monkey right out of the tree. 2 little monkeys sitting in a tree, teasing Mr. Alligator. You can't catch me. Along comes Mr. Alligator, quiet as can be, and snaps that monkey right out of the tree. 1 little monkey sitting in a tree, teasing Mr. Alligator. You can't catch me. Along comes Mr. Alligator, quiet as can be, and snaps that monkey right out of the tree. No more monkeys sitting in the tree. All right, on that note, I want you all to have a good day and a safe day. And thank you for tuning in. And remember to read, write, talk, sing, and play. And try to do it every day if you can. Signing out. Bye-bye.